And I'm ahead of everyone in my class, too. That's why I want to go to St. Orlando's.
I could just give you more CLC.
I've already done all the workbooks, even the French one. J'ai besoin de plus grand défi, maman.
And here is your plan. I've thought of everything.
What do you do every Sunday between noon and 4?
I study.
And then?
And then I wait for Mrs. Kim to get home from her Crochet for Christ group with her sister.
Okay, and what do you do while you're waiting?
Nothing. I sit quietly.
Model minority refers to a minority group that appears to have achieved a high level of success in U.S. society. Currently, Asian Americans are seen as the model minority. Stereotypes include smart, wealthy, hardworking, self-reliant, obedient, uncomplaining, and quiet.
As always, the results of tonight's Academy Awards have been tabulated by the accounting firm of Price, Waterhouse, and Cooper. They sent us their most dedicated, accurate, and hard-working representatives. I want you to please welcome Ming Zhu, Bao Ling, and David Moskowitz.
Where does this model minority stereotype come from?
This model minority concept didn't always exist. When Chinese immigrants first showed up in the US in the 1800s, white America saw them as heathens who stole their jobs and raped their women. This was known then as the Yellow Peril. The xenophobia and discrimination escalated, leading Congress to pass the Chinese Exclusion Act in 1882, which completely banned Chinese immigration to the US. There were violent mobs during the 1930s against Filipinos in Northern California, and of course, there was the Japanese internment during World War II. This scapegoating of various Asian communities went on until about the 1960s. And then in 1966, the New York Times published a piece by Professor William Peterson titled "Success Story, Japanese American Style." This article is considered one of the most influential stories ever written on Asian Americans and effectively gave birth to the term model minority. It said, barely more than 20 years after the end of the wartime camps, this is a minority that has risen above even prejudice criticism. By any criterion of good citizenship, the Japanese Americans are better than any other group in our society, including native-born whites. At first, the term only applied to Japanese Americans. Then it quickly grew to include all East Asians. Then eventually, anyone who even looks slightly Asian.
What do you think is expected of Asian Americans being the model minority?
I think that being the model minority, people tend to expect more of Asian Americans, expect more of Asian Americans than they expect from other races, just because of the success that some of us may have achieved.
What I've heard is to be good at math, to get far in life, to be successful, to be to keep their heads down. And
I think that we're expected to kind of not get into trouble, to be hardworking, to never really have to ask for help, be very self-reliant, be good at math.
I've heard that, we're supposed to be quiet, we're supposed to kind of keep our heads down and be low.
Do you feel you fit the stereotypes of the model minority?
No, I don't fit a lot of those, almost all of them.
Not really. I would consider myself a good listener, but it's definitely not because I'm Asian and I can be loud. So I don't think I really do fit those model minority stereotypes.
Not really. I don't want to go into a math job when I'm older.
Do you think these model minority stereotypes are true for all Asian Americans?
No.
Definitely not.
No, definitely not.